Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, everyone. Hi. Thank you for coming. Thank you for being
Waalaikumsalam.
here.
Hai.
Waalaikumsalam.
Thank you for being here today. So, we are going to discuss about the professional persuasive. So, I do not have any idea yet. So, I think that's what we are going to brainstorm today. If you have any idea, maybe you can voice out. Maybe we can pick a couple of ideas before we maybe vote at the end of the discussion for us to discuss further.
Rafina, can you give us around 5 minutes to think about the ideas first, can?
Of course, of course. Let's go.
Okay, alright.
Can I give the first suggestion? Okay. I
Yeah.
think for the first. Okay, thank you, Rafina. I think for the first suggestion is that I think we can propose an idea to Sam Darby to get them to install safe roofings and an adequate amount of lighting for walkways that us students, to walk to each box by. This because I noticed, and I'm sure that you all notice as well, that we all face inconveniences or basically safety issues during heavy weather conditions and nighttime due to the lack of roofing and lighting. So from my point just now, we can clearly see that this affects the safety and even the comfort of us, the pedestrians of Mahala Zaid bin Haritha. So I think the way we can propose this to Sam Darby is first by creating a Google form regarding the issue and spread it to our WhatsApp groups and our Pago confession group to see how many students are also facing the same problem. After gathering the responses from I think at least of 100 students, we can propose the idea to Sam Darby with the supporting data we got from the Google form, listing the potential benefits and why they should be interested in supporting our idea. In our proposal or our professional persuasive speech, we can also strengthen our idea with the fact that it aligns with Sam Darby's value towards commitment to excellence in all its operations and reflects the pursuit of excellence in community welfare.
It's a great idea, Syasya. Afika or Afrina, do you have any suggestions more regarding the Samdarbi idea?
I think the Samdarbi idea is actually quite good and beneficial for the students. Maybe we can attach some photographs or videos to show the current state of the sidewalk during different weather conditions and time of the day, and see whether maybe the students having difficulties to go through the sidewalk and so on, so that we can have evidence of how the sidewalk affects students.
Thank you to
That's
Sister.
true actually, because by we are attaching a photograph of the showing of the current walkway, we actually convince the professional the condition of the walkway before and after of our the things that we want to proceed, which is the install the safety, right? So I think that's very good, so that it actually a very good impact to our proposal later regarding the roofing on the walkway.
Thank you for the idea. I like how just think about it very thoroughly and quite detailed the way you guys propose the idea to us right now. However, just like in the class mentioned, how it could probably done in a letter, a formal complaint, and doesn't have to take all 5 people of us to present it to the Sandarbi. But it also, if we can later find like a very like a thorough discussion or details more to that particular issue, it is doable. But for the Sandarbi, I also agree to approach them because most of the time when we learn about other seniors' experience, is mostly they are not approaching the right person. So I think that based on the discussion we have, the principal and on, Sandarbi is probably the right people to approach. Anything else? Maybe from Syah?
I also have an idea regarding to our professional persuasive. So the idea is, by the way, can you hear my voice? Okay. So the idea is, we install more Kowe in Mahala Zaid Harisa. So as what I observe in our Mahala Zaid Harisa, I think they need to install more Kowe for sisters in Mahala, as a Kowe only accessible for students in B3 for sister and B5 for brothers. And they also, the Mahala office also install another 2 Kowe in Surau in both brother and also sister area. So from this, we can see that some of the students for sisters from B1 and B2, B4 did not have the access to the Kowe, while for brothers, B6. It's okay. I think it is better for maybe for brothers, they can share their Kowe in B5. However, we got a lot of sisters, right? We have lots of students in sisters area, but they just install one Kowe in B3. By that, I think they need to install more Kowe for sisters. Okay, so I think the reasons, another reasons why they need to install more Kowe, because installing a Kowe on blocks for sisters is more important, because brothers can fill up their water at Surau, because brothers block is nearest the Surau, right? And same goes to with the PG students, as Surau is more near with brothers and PG students blocks. And I think the exact reason why they need to install more Kowe, because we saw numerous complaints in Pago confessions from students regarding the shortage of Kowe in Mahala, as the management's only provided 1 Kowe machine for sisters and 1 Kowe for brothers, and we shared 2 Kowe in Surau. If I'm not mistaken, they recently installed 1 Kowe right in brother area. So before this, we only have 3 Kowe. 3 Kowe for the whole Mahala Zaid Harisa. For me, in my personal opinion, I think it is not enough for us, for the whole Mahala, to share 3 Kowe for all the students. And I think we can inform to MRC Welfare. Also, they need to collab with the Mahala office regarding to this issue, so that in the next semester, 24-25, they can provide more Kowe for the students lah. And if I'm not mistaken, Dr. Lily tell us that if we don't know about the current issue, which is the Kowe, we need to ask first the MO whether they have their own plans or not. If they don't have any plans yet, we can try to suggest and voice out regarding this issue lah. I think that's all from me for the idea of installing a Kowe, more Kowe machines in Mahala Zaid Harisa for brothers and sisters.
So if I may add, actually, it is a very good idea, because recently I'm seeing that in my own block, which is B2, some students also selling mineral water, not only for their like side income of for their own purpose for their own purpose, but also because of some students are really hard in getting water or mineral water to drink. So I think installing Kowe is a very good idea. Rina, do you want to add something?
Yeah. As you said, Shaf said that we need to ask the MRC or MO first if they have their own plan in installing the machines. If let's say that they don't have any plans of doing so, maybe we could approach some companies or alumni to get their sponsorship to fund the installation and maintenance of the machines for us. But we probably have to like do some proposals or some things like that to um put it up properly for them. Yeah, I think so.
That's a good idea too, since we are approaching other people's problems, particularly in our mahala. Mm, yes, it is doable, and like the first idea, if we want to, whatever idea that we are going to propose tonight, it is going to be discussed one by one, like the approach, character, whatever we want to widen our research and discussion and to bring to the proposal on the professional persuasion. I personally have my idea. Remember from our last semester, we have this interview with the owner of Bawah Pokok Cafe in Pago, and I was inspired by him. And since he is one of like a young entrepreneur in Pago, and he mentioned in the interview how um he would love to see Pago to be one of the tourist destination. And however, he did not want to open another branch for Pokok, which is suddenly a bit, since he is very since the cafe is very successful, and I want it to be more all over Pago. However, he did not have any plan to do it just yet. And I think in order for us to, like for me, I want to realize, to bring that dreams of him alive by making Pago, but in what by making Pago as one of the tourist destinations. Yeah, that's what I'm going to say. So I saw his the Bawah Pokok Cafe Instagram, and how he has a lot of experience in coffee, and he has his own community coffee, and he also support a lot of people cafe. So I would love to see him open a new branch in EduHub. Like if you want to make a place to become a tourist destination, they must have something very popular. And in Pago, we have EduHub. So whenever people come to our Bandai News in Pago, they can come to Bawah Pokok. Maybe not Bawah Pokok particularly. Maybe you can name it something else. And we can, since the owner of Coco is young and it's easy to approach him, he's open to idea, it is easy for us to be, not easy, but it's doable for us to approach him with the one problem that he do not want to open another branches anywhere else. So that's our resistance there. So that's what we are going to pursue. And since he prioritize or put good care towards his image, the Bawah Pokok image, I think maybe we can try to persuade him by doing like some kind of design or anything that maybe attract him and think that he can be the frontliners of making Pago as the tourist destination. Yeah, I think That's from me. If I don't know what anyone will say. Maybe from Kaka, Afika.
If I may add, maybe first we need to identify the cafes that are already existed around EduHub area. Then maybe we can analyze their strengths and weaknesses so that we can seem to be more in EduHub, um, more stand out from other cafes, which will set them apart from other competitors. We can show the unique characteristic that is the only one, show exceptional service, and probably have their own specialty drinks. Yeah,
I think that would
I
be
think that would be good.
Also, actually, as I'm observing your suggestion, I would say that this idea, bawa pokok idea, is actually will help students because EduHub, Bago EduHub actually is a town that full of students. So I think by this initiative could help student who wants to build their own CV or finding some experiences like Syasya, yeah, in barista or maybe like part-time worker, and it not will only benefit the students but also benefit the Zul owner itself because he always have part-time worker, and it is very accessible for any student nearby, which UTHM or maybe UIA or maybe Polytechnic also. And other than that, every Wednesday on our Pago Edu Hub, we have the Wednesday bazaar or pasar. So at maybe Bawa Pokok could collab with Pasar Bunga Mua to attract more customer to their cafe, to the cafe. Yes. So I think that's a very good idea. Brilliant.
And I am glad that you like the idea. And I think since we do the interview previously together as a group too, I was inspired to do it again and to want to further this like collaboration with him since I think we gain a lot when interviewing him. So maybe we can vote on which one we believe is the most doable for us.
Wait,
Rafina,
can
before
I
that,
add some?
okay, Afrika first.
I want to add some. Okay. Okay. So, I just wanna explain this by my own point of view of the three suggestions that been given by Shaf, Rafina, and also Syasya. I would say that actually, the first suggestion, which is the roof walkway. I think the idea is doable. Yes, is absolutely doable. But I think that and the idea actually have proposed by many students, I would say, because there's a lot of students we have seen like the past seniors have been talking regarding the walkway. So if Samdabi is really intent or really take and want to do the walkway, it must have been the walkway by now. So I think that it is doable, but it's going to be really hard for us to convince the parties. And also, the next idea was the COE. So I think the ideal COE, I'm just remembering what the Dr. Lily said in the class, that we need to really take seriously regarding the resistance of our audience. So I think that the COE, we have seen that the COE is there. It's not never been there, the COE. So I think the COE already there, and we just ask them to put more. So I think it is not a persuasive, but instead a request or just informing that we are not enough of Kowi. So I think we might need be careful of that. And for the third is the bawah pokok idea. The bawah pokok, we have that medium resistance where Zul said that he want open a stall in bawah pokok, but the Zul seek for a new store but never name it as bawah pokok. So that is what we are trying to get to. So I think my personal opinion, I think the third idea was a very good idea. That's all.
I love the third idea as well.
But before that, can Rafina give us some time to think to vote which ideas is good for our professional persuasion? Okay.
Of course. Let's go. So, who thinks the first idea could be the topic of our professional persuasion? Raise your hand. Okay, it's okay. Who thinks the second idea? Okay, it's okay. Who thinks the third idea? Okay, I think we have found our topic. Alhamdulillah. So I think now we can discuss more on what we can do, particularly specifically for the points of our presentation, because I would love for the idea of ownership to be there so that we can take part on this particular ideas, and then power or role of everyone to be um, prioritized so that we are not overshadowing. Okay. Maybe we can take a break for a while. Okay, everyone. Um, since we have agreed that bawah pokok or opening another branch in Pagong Edu Hub specifically be our topic, and to persuade the owner himself, which is Joel, maybe we can divide the work and like what is necessary for us to do prior research meeting before the before meeting him, or like choosing the right date for him. I'm thinking of like maybe I can talk about maybe any of us can talk about like what's the reasons behind why he wants to open Bawako, which is he wants to make everyone to be to gather there and talk about everything, and what's the better place for it to happen if it's not an education community place. So maybe that's one of the ideas. Maybe is there anything else from any of you guys to talk about?
I think I can do the designing part. Maybe I can like propose to Zul, like instead of, since he wants to make bawah pokok as the only bawah pokok, so for the name maybe you can propose like this is just an example, like sebelah university, sebelah Shopee, or somewhat whatever name. And for like the internal, maybe we can maintain the bawah pokok style, the aesthetic style of it, like countryside-ish. And remember when we did the interview and he mentioned about one of his first customers and first loyal customers designed a sticker which he treasures treasures it until now. And whenever there's events, he will like pass it to people who comes. So at the bawah pokok shop lot, we can ask the same person or even other people to contribute more designs, poems, and so much more to be placed inside of it, since Zul very appreciates. Since Zul's main goal is to make bawah pokok as a place where people who does not have the opportunity to express themselves creatively at their workplace, at their universities, so they can do that at the new shop lot as well.
That's interesting. Maybe we can like put more of the students' ideas there on the design, or maybe we can have anyone or the people around us design some of the things so that we can just include a lot of people. And I believe that we learn that a lot from Zul, that we have to include a lot of people into this work. Yeah. Maybe in order for us to like make like a strong point of we want him there, is maybe we can do a survey or ask people's opinion. What's your guys' idea?
So I think that I can in charge on public relations, whereby I will make a Google form for students and especially in EduHub Pago, which are UIA, UTHM, and also PTSNs. And through that Google form, we will try to evaluate the responses from the students regarding the opening of another branch of bawah pokok in EduHub Pago. And the results, maybe we can know how the perceptions of the students towards bawah pokok. And I think if we gain a lot of support from the students in EduHub Pago, we can convince Zul regarding to this opening of bawah pokok. And I think, in my personal opinions, most of the students will agree about bawah pokok, because we know that in EduHub Pago, they also usually celebrate maybe a birthday party in EduHub Pago, lepak with their friends in bawah pokok. And as for me, I think the demands of cafes and coffee in EduHub Pago is high. So I think we will try to gain some response from the students to support our initiative to open bawah pokok in EduHub Pago.
How many respondents do you think we must achieve us to be able to give like a strong results of this particular survey?
I think maybe we need more than if we combine VTHM, UIA, and also PTSN, maybe we need 100 response each university, so that we can have that. We want Zul to have this mindset that all the students in EduHub Pago wants he to open another branch of bawah pokok.
Maybe in the survey we can include like transportation issues or more job opportunities for him to really see that, oh, they want me here because they want a job opportunity for me, or they want me here because they have problems to come to be at bawah pokok a lot of times and whatnot. That's interesting too. I think when we are talking about business, the most crucial part is like the financial situation of them, or how much you can like willingly to pay or anything like that. I'm not sure. Maybe anyone can like talk about it.
I think I can take charge of financial part because if we remember in our interview with the owner of Bobo Zul, he said that it is hard for him to get raw materials like milk, ice, as he needs those materials all the time and he needed fresh lah. So I think if we persuade him to have um, this Bawah Pokok branch around Eduhak Pago, maybe we can ask him to get the raw materials from Pago Jaya, which is quite near, to compare it with Bawah Pokok location right now and the place that he gets his raw material, which is quite far because he need to goes all the way in and it's far, right? So yeah, I think EduHub Pago location is quite strategic lah for him to open his new branch here. And I also think I could help him with contacting the shop lot owner. There are few persons and I think I have seen some posts on Facebook about the shop lot rental. The three options of renting. There are three level and renters can rent either all three of them or just two or maybe just the ground floor only. Also about the shop lot area, which we don't know where he might want it to be kan. But if he wanted it to be around the 7E area, the rental costing about 2K for rental. And if the shop lot that he wanted to locate his new branch is around the KFC, it will be much more cheaper because it is quite far from student residence. Yeah, so I think I can help with that.
I like that you mentioned strategic. Maybe that can become like one of the key points of the our points later on. And one thing that I hope that Zul will not see is that we are not trying to disregard the current Bawah Pokok. We want to say that the new Bawah Pokok will be different versions of it. And the Bawah Pokok, the old Bawah Pokok will be something with his own charm. And the latest one will be his own charm. So it will be differentiate. I think it should be like emphasized in design and what I'm going to say about the image of Bawah Pokok itself. And remember in our discussion just now, I mentioned that we want the Bawah Pokok to be like the main attractions of the Yuhak community. So and he want Pago to be the tourist attraction. So I do not know how, but we have to make like one point that can make him believe that he can be the people that make Pago a tourist destination. Maybe that can be one of our points. Maybe for Afrika.
So for the tourist attraction point, actually it is not a weird or new thing for Zul. I'm very sure because as the past interview that we had with him, he mentioned that Bawah Pokok is one of the tourist attraction. So I think despite of having a very strategic location of the new branch of Bawah Pokok, that we try to propose, I think it will also be a tourist attraction. As for because it is nearer from the, I mean, from the Muar or maybe Bukit Gambir, it is just one way. To be compared with the Bawah Pokok itself, is in the very rural areas. And he also mentioned that some people who want to get to the Bawah Pokok sometimes get lost. So I think by having this new another branch of Bawah Pokok actually will reduce that loss probability of the customers. And also is giving the mutual benefit to people who are in Eduhak Pago, because by giving that new branch popularity of tourists, it will also make Pago Eduhak popular as well, because as we all know, Pago is very unfamiliar. Pago, they know some other people know Pago, but they don't know their UIA, their polytechnic, their zoos just open. There are no, like, they think that Pago Edu Hub is a very like small town, doesn't have anything, very, I don't know, I would say like in Malay we call purba, and we need to get out from Pago to get things. So I think by having Bawah Pokok, another branch of Bawah Pokok at there, it will help us, and will also help Zul, as we know Zul have that community kopi, and we during the Wednesday bazaar or the pasar, there are so many coffee stall being opened there together with the Pasar Bunga Muar and so on. So I think the community round in Pago Edu Hub can get Bawah Pokok easily and nearby, if they want that as mentioned by Syasya, that modern aesthetic vibe. So the Bawah Pokok is modern nature, but in Pago we intend to do more modern Bawah Pokok concept. Yeah, I think that's it for me.
Yeah, I like two things about your point, that one want to make it like a modern industrial. The other than nature that the first pokok offer, and the second one is that competitors that is going to be there. But Zul, as you know, Zul, he wants to build others, and maybe his popularity can help that. And all he wants to do in his career is that he wants to give back to the society, and he can start by begin at our community, our Pago Edu community. So maybe that's our like the rough plan of what we are going to do. I think everyone have like their own goals doing this. And we are going to try our best in portraying the best ideas possible. Maybe we can have another discussion and another like probably like a strategy on how we want to tackle the competition issues at the Pago Edu Hub particularly. And I think that's all from now for now. Is there anyone else who wants to add anything? Yes. Okay.
So I think that as I remember in Dr. Lily class, she also mentioned that if we want to make that audience being persuaded by us, we need to mention like some of the consequences, not that very good consequences, but also the bad consequences of our proposed idea. So I think that maybe we can, some of us, maybe any one or two of us can mention the bad consequences that might be happen when we open this another branch of bawah pokok, like maybe the bawah pokok that in the rural areas there's no people want to go there anymore, something like that, or maybe some of things that we can think to put into during our professional persuasive session. So yeah. And maybe like me, Afrina and Syasya, when we get to Pago later, we try to book with Zul sometime to make an appointment. Also with both of you, alias Syaffiyah and Rafina, in online meeting to meet Zul, to get to know him, what he like, what he doesn't like regarding bawah pokok, or what his idea or perception regarding the new or another branch of bawah pokok, something sort of like that.
Interesting that you point that out. Thank you so much. I think that's all for tonight. Is there anything else, guys? Okay. I think Alhamdulillah we have like a rough idea of our plan. We can meet next time for the next discussion. Thank you.
Thank you too.
Bye.